Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Board YouTube channel for your Monday pick and roll live stream. We're here for the March 10th NBA slate. We're dealing with a little bit of a time change. There was daylight savings time. Clocks went forward in North America, but we still have Pips here and ready to go for the slate. We're going to cover the entire NBA slate with the help of the FanDuel odds screen, the presenting sponsor here on the Board YouTube channel. And then we will also go to Pips for free picks along the way before finishing off by answering your questions, reacting to your bets that you post in the chat throughout the show. You can send them in now. I'll just queue them up for later on for that Q&A portion of the stream before we recap all the picks to finish things off. We're having issues broadcasting this to Twitter at the moment, but if you're joining us on YouTube, make sure you do hit that like button and make sure you subscribe to the channel as well. And as always, we'll start off the show by recapping the previous show's wagers. And it was just the one wager. We were unsure we would have a pick, but in the end, we did have a pick. We did have a winner. It was on Jonas Valanciunas. We bring in Pips here. Nice. We had a lot of hooks last week, but in the end, we come out 50-50 on those hooks. So it was one play, one win day.
Yeah, uh, yeah. It was even in a blowout. Even though he lost the minutes, it was a win. So yeah, we had also one of the biggest closing lines we ever had.
Yeah.
It closed at 29 and a half. Yeah, ATR had 30, so good win there. If you got the normal minutes, it will be no sweat. This way was very sweaty, but losing last 6 minutes in the game, covering an over, that's always a great way.
Yeah, I know it's tough when lines move sometimes quicker than others when picks are given out on this show. There's nothing we can really do to control. That's why we try to go for widely available lines at widely available books. But it pays to catch the show live because you get ahead of that CLV. And this is just another reminder why CLV is important and why getting the best price is important. So in the end, I know it's tough when lines do move, but also if the lines aren't moving, you probably don't want that pick because it's staying at the same price, and that is the sharp price. So we'll jump into things here and get started with the top of the odds screen. We've got the LeBron-less Lakers, and they will be LeBron-less Lakers for a couple of weeks, it seems, but they should be able to handle the Brooklyn Nets in this one. The Lakers had that pretty great game against the Boston Celtics, entertaining one there. Tough one, of course, against the Celtics, but again, away from home, 6.5 favorites here. They should still be able to win, even though Jackson Hayes as well, another one of their starters, is not featuring. To get a start, Pips, anything here?
Yeah, we'll need to go through the slates mostly manually, like at the spot. Some bets moved for me, so I'll need to figure out something on the way, like last time. It ended up being a winner, so it'll be good. I'm looking at a lot of games tonight. First off is as you said, Lakers and Nets. Now we have Lakers without LeBron James, which could be huge. So I just want to check something up, and that's what's the rebounding rate for Luka Doncic without LeBron James. Just so maybe there is some value in the line for Luka Doncic. Yeah, so his average for rebounds goes from 8 per 36 to 11 per 36 without LeBron, and today's matchup is kind of good.
Can you zoom in a bit on this for us?
Yeah, sure. Sorry,
No worries.
I zoom out a bit when I do
Yeah, that's good.
screenshots. Yeah, so Luca, I think widely available at minus 120 on the assist wise. Uh, so yeah, could be a spot to bet Luka assist. They will double him. They don't allow any assist to opposing pick and roll ball handlers. Let me just check some numbers. Everyone was short by one assist against them. So
Hmm.
I don't know if Luka played against the Nets this season. Let me just check. No games against the Nets this season. Hmm. Yeah, I think this is a good bet. Let's bet minus 120 over Luka 8.5 assists. Should be heavy Luka game without LeBron.
So we want Luka Doncic over 8.5 assists. Just gonna see the prices on this one. See where we get the best number. But Luka Doncic, I mean, usage definitely will be up without LeBron. And we have a few spots here at -120. You might be able to find a little bit better depending on your region and what's available for you to bet. But -120, we'll be able to play for this one.
Yeah.
Okay.
So didn't it, like just checked honestly, like didn't check much. Just check the Luka assist rate without LeBron James, and it said like moving from 8 to 11 per 36 is absolutely huge. So yeah, and I think Nets being the best pick and roll ball handler defense, like sending doubles on Luka every single time he sets the screen. Uh, so he should be able to have an assist in this one.
All right, so we will again be playing Luka Doncic over 8.5 assists to get ourselves started for the day. And again, we are playing that at -120. For every bet we make, always shop around, see what the best price is in your region. Let's go to the second game. We have next up the Philadelphia 76ers against the Atlanta Hawks. Atlanta, I kind of thought they'd be maybe taking a step in a different direction with the trade deadline they had, the injuries that they've had, but the East is so bad that they kind of just continue to win enough games to lock down that 9 seed. And there's no way for them to tank at this point. They're going to be a playing team, so they may as well win these games. And they're 9.5 point favorites here against the now tanking Philadelphia 76ers. Anything you like in this game?
Yeah, who is even playing for the 76ers? Let me just. I think
It's always
Maxi.
a mystery from day to day.
Yeah, Maxi is questionable. Grimes and Nubre are playing. Yeah, this should be easy win for the. Trae Young is questionable, so that could be the thing. Uh,
And the spread's now -10. It's just moved in the direction of
yeah,
the
and
Hawks.
yeah. Let me see. Um, Checking stuff for Trae Young. Just a second.
Yeah.
Yeah, looking at his assist actually for this one, he has been doing dimes lately a ton. Like since the All Star break, averaging 12.4 over in even against the Thunder. Like his touches are up a ton. 50. Yeah, they play through him. Everything goes through him.
It has to, honestly. There's nobody else really. I mean, I guess a bit of Levert, but still.
Yeah. And lately, 76ers are kind of allowing a ton of assists. So I think we are good with the second bet to be Trae Young over 11.5 assists.
All right. Trae Young over 11.5 assists. Gonna see what we can get on the price here for the second bet of the day. One sec. -104 is available at FanDuel right now. That is
The
by
best.
far the best price in market, which means let's try to play this. Let's try to play Trae Young over 11.5 assists, -108, sorry, at FanDuel. That is still the best price in market. So that is where we're going to play. Um, okay, I was going to say run. It's -120, which is still one of the top prices in market as well. But yeah, I didn't think that was going to last very long. That might have moved even without the show being
Yeah.
involved there. So -115 is available and we can play it there. -115 over 11.5 assists. Oh, unless there's a 12 plus line. No, it's -118 as well. Yeah, that was not going to stay, unfortunately. -115 we'll play.
Yeah, the people were smashing it as we spoke. So yeah,
Yes. All right. So second play, I'll get that in the graphic as well. Trae Young against the Philadelphia 76ers. Does the blowout scare you at all? The possibility of the blowout scare you at all here?
I think teams tend to pull out the starters much more when they are losing by 20 than when they are winning by 20. Like give up to return and playing starters like extended when they are winning by 20, like not to prevent any run to cover. So yeah, I think that should be the thing here.
Okay, so we'll play again. Trey Young on assists as our second play here. We have Luka Doncic on our first play. Before we go any further, we will go to our presenting sponsor here on the Board YouTube channel, the FanDuel Sportsbook. We talk about FanDuel a lot. FanDuel is a fantastic sportsbook to have in your arsenal. We saw the line movement there, but they're one of the sharper sportsbooks that gives you fair limits and also gives you fair prices. So you know your action is much better there than it is in other spots. And it's got to be in your arsenal. One of the best sports books out there, especially when the game gets started, because that's when the NBA action is just beginning with America's number one sports book, FanDuel. Because FanDuel is your home for NBA live betting. So even if you missed the first few minutes of the game or want to bet in a fourth quarter comeback, you know, all these teams tanking, bringing in new players, bringing in young guys. It's a lot for the sportsbooks to process on the fly. There's going to be live betting opportunities available to you there. You can make your picks from the first whistle until the final buzzer. So, you know, when the Raptors pull out their starters and with 5 minutes left in the game, maybe an opportunity presents itself for a nice bet for you to make. And you can even combine these live bets into a same game parlay for a shot at a bigger payout. However you want to play, now is the perfect time to join because new FanDuel customers get started with $150 in bonus bets if your first $5 bet wins. Just visit fanduel.com/board to join today. That's fanduel.com/board, or go to the link that is in the description on YouTube or in podcast form for your shot at $150 in bonus bets. Make every moment more with FanDuel, official sports betting partner of the NBA, but must be 21 plus and present in select states for candidates in affiliation with Kansas Star Casino or 18 plus and present in DC. First online real money wager only, $5 first deposit required. Bonus issued is now withdrawable bonus bets, which expire 7 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit fanduel.com/RG. Call 1-888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org/chat Connecticut or visit mdgamblinghelpline.org in Maryland. Hope is here. Visit gamblinghelplinema.org or call 800-327-5050 for 24/7 support in Massachusetts, or call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY in New York. Now we can keep things rolling here. Next game up is one of those tanking teams against a team that wins a lot, the Boston Celtics. Perhaps a tough spot here for the Jazz. They are 17.5-point underdogs in Boston. Jazz rotating through players on a night-to-night basis. I believe this is the second night of a back-to-back as well, which actually might be friendly to seeing. Yeah, it is second back-to-back. It might be friendly to know who's actually going to play in this game because guys who maybe didn't play yesterday, like Sexton, might be in today. Guys who did play yesterday, who are good players, won't be in today. Pips, any thoughts from you on this one here?
Yeah, everyone is questionable. Sexton, Markkanen, Collins, Kessler.
Yeah,
I
play
think,
every game.
yeah, I think all should play. I think the Jason Tatum is out tonight. I don't know if he can take advantage of Jason
Hmm.
Tatum being out. Let me just check. Yeah, all the rest of the lines are set like Tatum is actually out. Yeah,
Okay.
he played season high 45 minutes last night without
Yeah.
being overtime. Like they wanted to play him heavy and they will shut him down. I mean, they're not shut him down, but arrest him tonight. Like makes zero sense.
They went all out for that Lakers game.
Yeah, and so yeah, I just think like okay, that probably means he's not playing at 17 and a half spread against the Jazz at home. Like I would be really surprised to see him playing.
Yep.
Uh, did Porzingis play last night?
I'm not sure
I,
actually.
I I don't remember. I don't remember. I didn't watch that game.
Uh, I will just confirm. It was a couple days ago, wasn't it?
2 days.
Yeah,
Like it was on
the Saturday.
Saturday.
Yeah. So we had for the Celtics, no Porzingis.
Just a second. They played. It wasn't it last night. No, it was 2 days ago. Okay, so then there is okay. I was wrong. Then there is a way for Tatum to play if it wasn't back to back. I've kept so yeah. All these lines are too
Well,
high. I don't want to touch anything on this. Yeah.
okay. I would still think there's a chance they sit Tatum because it is such a big
Yeah.
spread because he played 46 minutes the other day. It was really what was really funny about that. People were criticizing the Celtics for playing Tatum and Brown 40 plus minutes each, as if like you're not supposed to try and win win a basketball game. I thought
Yeah.
the discourse
That's
around that was funny.
yeah. It's horrible. You should
Go, go.
definitely praise the teams playing.
Yes,
Uh, it's
they
Boston
want
also
to win.
Celtics.
They want to win the game they are playing.
Yeah, and it's Boston Lakers.
Exactly.
Like, yeah, I mean,
Rivalry. Yeah.
yeah, huge rivalry, and they're actually both good at the same time, which didn't happen for some time.
Yeah.
So it makes total sense actually to play heavy minutes, and I think players ask for it. Like, I don't think it's Mazzulla calling 45 minutes for Tatum. He asked him probably or talked with him, and Tatum said, "I want all the minutes," and that's it.
Yeah. They want to win. They want to
Yeah.
win. Nothing wrong with doing that. Next game up. This is a bad one. The Raptors, we got them against the Wizards. Raptors -7 favorites here. I believe they were -5 the other day when they had the exact same matchup against this Wizards team. And the Raptors, to their credit, they managed to lose this game. This was a big one. This was a big one for the tank. And they managed to lose by a millisecond on a Jamal Shed buzzer beater, which would have won them the game. Raptors favored by 4 in that one, favored by 7 here. So as much as like fourth quarter minutes might be confusion, it seems like Barnes is going to be playing a lot of games. They're still holding out hope for an All NBA bid, which is not going to happen. Absolutely not going to happen, but a little bit more solidified role for Barnes, I'd say, down the stretch compared to other players, even though no Pirtle, I believe it was for this one. Any thoughts from you, Pips, on how to handle the Raptors?
I think now we have Chris Middleton and Smart out
Yeah,
for
I
this one
believe so.
compared to the last one, which is huge. But looking at some of the lines, I don't think books realize they're out.
You don't think it's adjusted enough?
I don't think it's adjusted at all. Like, let me just see. Uh,
Well, the spread is
see-
because it's moved 3 points. The spread is definitely
yeah,
adjusted.
yeah. Spread is, but like the lines for like Kispert is 11 and a half. He covered in the last game, and now no Smart and now no Smart and Middleton, and now the line is 11 and a half still. So yeah, I don't know. Like, in the matchup is actually really good for him. Also, it's really good for Keishan George. So I'm trying to think about this one. Is also for yeah, this is tough one because like I have so many like to make decision. Like, it's Koulibaly at 13 and a half. He kind of easily covered last game. Uh, Let me just check the numbers when Poole is playing without Kuzma, without Brogdon. Yeah, and look at this. He averaged 16 points. Yeah, this is not widely available at 13 and a half though. Assist one. He had 4 assists. We don't have potentials, but points and assists at 17 and a half. Points, rebounds, and assists. Okay, this is crazy. This is too high. Sorry, guys. I'm just on the spot. I like a lot of these, players. Transition, spot up. So you watch the game, right? Like, any opinion on how Poole scored 34? Like, what kind of
I
game?
actually missed this one. A rare missed Raptors game for me.
Yeah, no help from our Raptors guy.
Yeah, sorry. I have one job, but this one, unfortunately, I did miss.
Yeah, I'll try to figure out who makes the most sense. I'll look at Jordan Poole, no Kuzma, no Brogdon for Kispert, 24 plus minutes. 20, this doesn't look great at all. How many times they play this season? Is it only 2 games? 11, 8 and 12 points. Keishan George, 10 and 5 points. He had 5 points last game. Five, six. Jordan Poole first game back and bombs 34 points against the now no Middleton and hmm. Yeah, sorry guys, I'm stuck on this one.
All
Ronda
right, a few
Robinson.
spots you're looking at.
Yeah, I'm looking for everyone on the Wizards kind of. No Jacob in this one, right?
Yeah,
So
Pirtle's
Ronda
out.
Robinson, yeah, Pirtle is out. So
Robinson should
Oz
start.
and play insane minutes. Last time he played 24, scored 7 points with Pirtle. Yeah, so I don't know. Let me see without Jacob and with 20 plus minutes. Yeah, this is not like, but it's okay. It's a great matchup. Uh, yeah, I like so much in this game. Also, Orlando Robinson has secured minutes, I would say. Shed also had secured minutes. He had 9 assists in the last game, which is crazy. Yeah. So we'll probably return to this one. Uh, as I actually have no idea who I do choose.
Yeah, Robinson should play a lot. The only other big the Raptors have is Colin Castleton, who they just signed out of the G League on a 10-day.
Yeah,
And he will play, but Robinson is going to play a bunch of minutes today. I'm
yeah,
sure Jacoby Walter will play a bit, which some of the questions in the chat are coming in about. Um, but yeah, a lot of variables here for the Raptors, which does breed interesting betting opportunities, despite the complications it brings as well.
yeah. Agreed.
Okay, do you want to stay here? Do you want to come back to it later?
Let's come back to it later. Yeah.
Okay, so we'll go to the next game then. We have the Hornets against the Heat. 9.5 point spread in favor of Miami for this one.
Yeah. Huge slate, man. Like 12 games. I don't
Yeah,
know
it is a
when.
big slate.
We are already 30 minutes in.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, nothing from this game for me. We can move to the next one.
Yeah, if there's other we can skip. We can keep moving because there are a lot of games.
Yeah.
Next up is Indiana, 6.5 point favorites against the Bulls in Chicago. Bulls trying to forfeit that 10th seed and try and get out of the play-in tournament, but they've got a little bit of a lead still.
Yeah.
East is real sad.
Yeah, I don't know. Vucevic should be back for this game, but I don't think he plays any serious minutes. So Aaron Nesmith kind of rolling lately. Had 27 points against the Bulls like a week ago. But I think, yeah, Maturin was out and now I think he is back. Let me just check. We have Bulls. Yeah, Maturin should be back. Halliburton is questionable though. Tough one to make the call with so many players in question. So I will choose just a second. Let me see. Turner had 16 points. Yeah. Uh, Siakam against the Bulls, 20 points. I would say like we can skip this one as well.
Okay, next game on the screen. We will have the Orlando Magic against the Houston Rockets. Definitely a good spot for the Rockets here. They're favored by 4.5. Do you think your guys can get this one done?
Yeah, I do. I do. Yeah, I don't know how they're going to defend Shengun. I think their defense fell off the cliff. Uh,
The Magic?
yeah. Uh, Let me just check something like their defensive rating over the last couple of games. I'll quickly check that. I'm doing it on the fly. I'll check the last 15 games for the Orlando Magic to see their defensive rating. Over the last 15 games, they have Orlando has 11 best defense. which is huge step back from the being the number one defense. And over the last 10 games, they are ranked as the just a second 10th. So they are kind of in the 10th spot for the defense. So that's not like one of the best teams.
They
The-
were. They were one of the best.
yeah, I mean, being 10 in 10th spot is like being average. I will say, like that's not a big difference between 10th spot and 20th spot. Like it's bigger difference between like first spot and seventh spot. Uh, Still, we'll check something as well, like what's their paint points allowed. Are they are still one of the best in paint defense? Now they are allowing uh, good rim defense, but allowing a ton of paint points, a lot of paints on restricted area points. They are still one of the best above the break threes defense and against corner three defense. So they are kind of letting uh, middle. Yeah, I'm looking at Shengun. His numbers lately have been absolutely crazy. If you take a look at the post All Star break numbers for Shengun, when he gets the minutes, he with 30 plus minutes, he scored 20 plus in all games. Covered against the Wolves, covered against the Bucks, covered against the Jazz, Kings. So maybe I do want to bet Alper and Shingun over on points. Let me
All
just check
right.
season when he played against them. Yeah, it was a blowout. The thing is, like he scores most of his points from free throw line and post ups, and they're kind of allowing the most there. Also, in isolation, pick and roll man. So yeah, let's bet Shingun over. I think when you don't set doubles, he is cooking guys.
All right. So we'll play Alperen Şengün over 20.5 points. And I see a couple spots at minus 105. I see minus 106. I see minus 110, minus 120. So a lot of prices available here, but minus 105 should be available for the masses to play here on Alperen Şengün. Last season, absolutely crushed for us. Have not had the same success on him this year. But last year, we basically called the rise of Şengün. So that's we were very profitable, and hopefully he can come through for us today as well. What is it about the matchup you like and the Magic defense?
Uh, they don't double. They allow single coverage, which is like seen in the stats. Like they allow third most post up, even though they are great defense. So that means like they are not doubling post ups. They are letting guys score, and they are allowing eight most points in isolation, which also confirms the thing that they are don't double, and the opposing star players are usually going over with them because they are like, okay, if you can self create shots and score against us, we are good with it. So if they kind of go to the posting up Shengun against Wendell Carter, Goga Bitadze, or like even Banquero at some instance, I think Shengun cooks them. Uh, and they said like, okay, we are really good with doing that. Uh, so even on the season, when we exclude the games where he played like less than 30 minutes, he averaged 21.7 and is over in 60% of the games. If you take a look at the teams who allow post up points, he is over in 67% of the games. So yeah, even if we add a bit more usage as a post All Star break, his usage is high. With 20% or higher usage, he's over in 72% of the games. I will just take a look at the last 7 games because like post All Star games, second, excluding that game against the. So post All Star break, he averaged 28% usage. Even though Pelicans were doubling him, he still ended up scoring 22 and 20. 28% usage, like that's huge. Averaging 28% usage. If you look at the games where he had over 22%, just over 22%, and got like I'll just do like entire season, and he gets 30 plus minutes with 22% usage. He's over in 70% of the games, and I think he's over in like uh, 15 straight games. Not 15 straight, but he's over in 11 straight games with that kind of usage in those minutes. Yeah, so even though this, you can look at this like Orlando Magic defense is pretty similar to the Bucks, to the Wolves, to the Cleveland Cavaliers, like similar stuff. So he put numbers again, good defensive teams. Like some of these teams, Bucks 9 best defense, Wolves 6 best defense, Cavs 7 best defense. So he put the numbers on them. So yeah, I that's why I like it.
All right. Alperen Şengün over 20.5 points is the next play. There's 5 games to go. In the interest of time, I will say, let's be a bit speedier because I've got to go to the office in a little bit. But we have the Denver Nuggets against the Oklahoma City Thunder. Thought we'd have a really good game between these two when they played yesterday. We didn't. The Thunder blew out the Nuggets. Unfortunately, they blew them away in the fourth quarter. To be fair,
Yeah,
but
yeah, yeah. I actually think the game was really good. Like
I finished like the finish to the game. We didn't get to see, but credit to OKC, they absolutely obliterated them in the fourth quarter. Shea drops a casual 40 points, further solidifying his MVP bid. Jokic solidified his bid as well with a triple double. He also had a 30-20-20 game last week, which unbelievably people are trying to play down the first 30-20-20 game in NBA history
yeah, I've
like it
seen
ain't
those.
nothing. Like,
Yeah.
hey man, nobody has ever done this before, so it's pretty cool that it happened. you know. But anyways, yeah, 2 crazy players involved here. I think Shea is going to edge out MVP, and I don't think it's because of voter fatigue as well. But 2 very worthy winners potentially playing once again here. Is there anything you got handicap wise?
Jokic is questionable. I don't know. I don't do think he should play. Uh, but yeah, man, like you can't bet anything else. Like no offer for the teammates at
Oh,
all.
because if Jokic is out, then okay, everything
Yeah,
is
yeah,
dramatically changing. Okay.
yeah.
All good then. We can go next up. 4 more games to go. Then we'll get to as many questions as we can. We actually will also revisit the Raptors game if we have to. We have the Grizzlies, who are -4.5 against the Suns in Memphis.
Is this real life?
What? The spread?
Yeah,
You think Memphis should be favored by like 7?
they didn't play last night, so I don't know. Memphis kind of down lately. I
This is, I
actually,
mean,
I actually,
it's a back-to-back. Memphis had to travel as well.
okay. Then it makes sense. It
They
only
were
in
in
that
New Orleans
instance.
yesterday and had a tough game.
Yeah. Okay, makes sense then. Uh, so on the player wise, no, I can't see anything. Anything that kind of maybe Beal. He played 2 days ago, 29 minutes, covered barely. Against the Memphis this season, he scored 24. Yeah, weird one. Uh, no bets for this one as well.
Okay, next is the Dallas Mavericks +6.5 at San Antonio. What a disaster. Dallas, we talked about it last stream. San Antonio are favored by 6.5 here. This is crazy. Dallas lost 5 in a row. Phoenix might actually catch them. They probably
Yep.
will, to be honest. If Dallas are smart, they will actually. Dallas should try to just be a lottery team.
Yep. Agreed on that
Life
one.
comes at you fast, Dallas.
Yeah, the games are not open at that much for this one. Uh, yeah, I'm just trying to see something for this
A
one.
photo for Bismack. Come on. FanDuel, get your Bismack photo out. Don't disrespect the
uh,
guy.
yeah, I'm trying to see something from Dallas. I'll show you on the screen because they are really short-handed. Uh, so Dwight Powell, Caleb are kind of questionable. Uh, yeah, I can see this one for this game. I would bet same game parlay, and I will go. I just don't see who scores for this team, so I would go 15 plus for Clay and 10 plus for Max Christie.
Okay, that gives us minus 119 at FanDuel. Is that what we're going to play?
Yeah, I'm just going to look for. Chat is saying Najee Marshall. Are there even lines for Najee? I can't see them. Uh,
Not here.
yeah, so they can
Uh,
do much with Najee Marshall actually.
do his lines exist? I don't think they're out anywhere. I don't see them. I'm on BetSim doesn't have them, so it's possible they're
Yeah.
up in a few spots. But
Okay, we have 14 and a half, and that's we have minus 119 for this, and we'll bet this, and that's it for today. Uh, yeah, I'll just show you guys the first. Let's start with fuck. Let's go to the Clay, and I'll show you how the things are going with Clay. So last 3 games, he played Bucks, Memphis, and then played Suns. He had season high 2 times, season high usage. So he had 34% against the Bucks and then 34% against the Suns. Both are season highs. So no Kyrie, no AD, no Luka, so no PJ Washington. Almost everyone is out for the team. So he gets to have like all the offense going through him. So 34% in 2 out of the last 3 games. I'll just do when he played with him when he had 22% or higher, and when he is playing 24 plus minutes. That seems very reasonable because he's getting 30, see for sure. So with conservative usage and conservative minutes, he's over this line in 20 out of 22 games, averaging 20 points and underscanned with a bit poor shooting. So overall, this usage should be enough for him. And the second part of this bet is Max Christie, who had god awful games lately. But yeah, I don't see how against this Spurs team who runs and don't play good defense, the stuff should just open up for him. And when we look at like 26 plus minutes, even though I honestly think he should get like 38 minutes tonight. Like I don't see who plays for this team, uh, and usage should be there for him. Like I expect at least like 12% usage for Max. Uh, on the season, we can see that like this is really conservative, both minutes and the usage, and he covered this in 22 out of 25 games. And I do think this matchup is way better than most of these matchups for both Clay and Christie. So if Clay isn't scoring 15 and Christie scoring 10 points, I don't know how Dallas scores like 100 points in this one. Like there's like the best and second best scorers. Like I don't say Christie is their second best scorer, but like who is it? It's Najee Marshall, Christie, Clay, and Dinwiddie. These 4 players need to combine for like 80 points, and they will combine for like almost the entire usage of the team. So I just don't see the world. Like I think this 15 plus 10 plus covers like 75% of the games. Honestly, like what needs to happen for them to not cover? Like I don't know. It's really weird. Like the pace is high, so this game will have like 100 possessions plus, and you have team with Najee Marshall and Clay Thompson and Christie being best 3 players. And then betting on Clay to score 15 and Christie to score 10. Like they need to shoot like 3 from 15 to not cover this or something. I don't know. But yeah, I love this spot.
all right, so feeling good about this one here. I'm just scattered around here. Nobody else has lines up for these Dallas players except for FanDuel that I'm seeing. So great spot here to play these on FanDuel. Minus 119 for our 2-leg SGP. No more picks for the other 2 games, right?
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna skip those just because we've been running a bit long here. Do you want to go back to the Raptors Wizards game, or do you want to skip that as well?
We can skip that as well. We have questions from chat, so I will address some stuff on
All
that
right,
part.
we will go to the questions here. We'll just use the ones that have already been asked because we don't have a ton of time here. But thank you so much for sending these in. First of all, Philip asked Bankero under 4.5 assists. Minus
I
one to
think
five.
this, yeah, I think this is well set. Uh, yeah, I don't think there is like, yeah, it's tough matchup, but he averaged 5 on the season, so this is kind of well adjusted. Like if you look at the games with uh, France and 30 plus minutes, he averaged 5.2 on the season. If you take a look at the matchups where he played teams who are below average in assist allowed, he still averaged 5, covered in 6 out of 10. So I think this is a well adjusted line.
Okay, so perhaps not the right play there. DeMar DeRozan next, 7+ assists at plus 155.
I think Monk is back, so that his dominant
Is
playmaking,
Monk back?
yeah, he's questionable as I can see. So if Monk is in, I think this is no value. If Monk is not playing, then for sure.
Um, uh, okay. I'm seeing he's less likely to play than is likely to play. So, although I'm not on a great source there, I'm just curious because I'm in my fantasy playoffs and I have Malik Monk on my injury reserve. So if he's playing, I need to start him.
Yeah,
That's why I'm concerned with this question.
yeah,
Selfish
makes
of
sense.
me. Miles McBride assists over 4.5 at plus 125.
Let me just check some lines for Miles McBride. Yeah, it's not. Can you check the lines for Miles McBride? Is it playable over 11.5 points at like probably not.
Over 11.5
Yeah,
for Miles
yeah.
McBride.
It's minus 125 at 3 spots, but not something
Yeah.
widely available because yeah.
Yeah, not for the show, but for you watching. Would you play minus 125 pips? Would you
Yeah,
make that official if we could, let's say?
yeah, yeah. I actually bet
Okay.
myself. I bet at myself. Uh, he averaged 13.5 points per 36, and now no Branson, and he's starting and playing 36 minutes in a good matchup. It's simple, actually.
Yeah, so we can't quite get to a point where we're going to play this as an official pick for the show out of fairness to the viewers, but you can get the minus 125, which if you're betting seriously, I think you can probably get this. But
Yeah,
we'll yes. Not for this show, but for you watching. A good one here. But assists. Would you play the assists? I guess not because you favor the points.
kind of. Yeah, I know the last game he had 6 assists, but that's only on 7 potential assists. He did have 50 passes made, which is actually a huge number. In the games when he had like 38 or more, he had 7 and 6 assists. So at plus money, maybe a lean, but not a bet for me.
Okay. Next up, we have Tyrese Maxey under 32.5 PRA. Many people mentioned it in the chat, but the Sixers are now going to be monitoring minutes for Maxey, Oubre, Yabusele, and Quentin Grimes. So is this adjusted, or do you think there's a chance to find a good number here at 32.5 minus 115?
This is obviously adjusted and by far adjusted. I mean, I don't know if it's adjusted too much, maybe, but I mean, the middle matchup is absolutely amazing. I mean, look at the Tyrese Maxey on the season without Embiid. He averaged 36.5. Uh, if you exclude the games where he played over 36 minutes, and then in that case, this could be a good bet. So if when he is playing like 26 to 34 minutes, which is I think something that's expected, he averaged 26.7 points, rebounds, and assists. So I think it's definitely adjusted, but I don't think it's adjusted enough for this one.
Okay.
Like even when we look at the games where he played 30 to 36, he averaged 30.9. Uh, I was just checked last night. I think Grimes and Ubre played like 25 minutes. Can you can we just check that
Yeah,
to confirm?
I'm gonna look right
Uh,
now to see how many minutes he played yesterday as well. So
last night, yeah.
yeah, yesterday. So yesterday we had
Ubre
27, 27 Quentin Grimes minutes, 20 minutes for Kelly Oubre. Yeah, 34 for Lonnie Walker, 32 for Adem Bona, recent second round pick. Jared Butler played 29 minutes. Yeah, this team's not serious, bro.
yeah, I think Ubre played a limited minute because he had 3 fouls. I think he was on pace to play
Okay.
28 as well. If you see Maxi at 28 and then being up, yeah, I let me just see. Tyrese Maxi on the entire season average 0.95 points, rebounds, and assists per minute. So if he's playing 30, then he averaged like 28 points, rebounds, and assists, and the line is 32 and a half. And I think he play, yeah. The only thing that sucks is a matchup because he can cook this Hawks team in limited minutes, but not if he's injured. And we, for a fact, know that he is injured and can't shoot. When you look at the games where, for example, he scored 0 to 2 threes, and look at him covering this line, he's under it. This actually moved to 33 and a half at some spot. But overall, I do lean under, and that's it. I know you are in the rush with time.
Yeah, we'll have the rest will just be Raptors questions just because I can't do them all, unfortunately. But Scotty Barnes over 12 and a half rebounds plus assists at minus 114. So the Raptors right now are resting guys. Barnes hasn't rested. There's rumblings they still want to give him a shot at All NBA. Now the thing about this is if they want to give him a shot at All NBA, which he has no chance of getting, but if they want to delude themselves into thinking he can, they have to play him the whole game or else his stats won't stack up. So I don't know what the Raptors are thinking, but if he's playing because they want to get him to the amount of games played for an All NBA shot, he also has to play the whole game so that he can get good numbers to build up the All NBA bid. Because it's stupid to play him 20 minutes and just because he's no shot at All NBA like that. So I don't know what exactly they're thinking here. The Raptors are really tough to predict, but it kind of seems like Barnes is going to get decent minutes today. What do you think?
First off, let's start with saying that there is absolutely like zero chance he gets All NBA.
Yeah,
Like
I'm completely agreeing with you. He hasn't been great. He's been good, but not great this season. Nowhere near All NBA.
And last 4 games, all were decided by one possession. Really close games. And he played 28, 29, 27 minutes. So he is limited to 30 minutes. That's the fact. And if you look at the covering on this line, Scotty, when he's playing up to 30 minutes, under in 6 out of 7 and averaging 9.6. When we exclude like some horrible stuff, it's still. And 2 games against the Wizards, he had 6 and 8. So hell no.
Yeah, makes sense.
Next, on the Jamal Shed, actually, I already saw last game 29 minutes. He's getting those minutes again. Him with 24 minutes, he averaging right there with so many guys out and so many minutes. I think the lean is very logical to be on the over for Jamal Shed in this one.
And last one was Orlando Robinson over because the only 2 bigs the Raptors have are him and Colin Castleton, who you may have never heard of if you're watching the stream, which I don't blame you. I hadn't heard of him until last week.
7.5 over for Robinson. I swear to God, when we started the show, he was 8.5 points. I think someone bet under.
Well, this commenter has 8.5 as their comment.
Yeah,
so.
I think I've looked into it when we were talking about. Yeah, this was 8.5, and it's just moved everywhere to the. Someone bet it could be
7.
8. Yeah, to 7. I think. I'm looking at rebounds. Sorry.
It's 8. It's 8 everywhere. It's 8 everywhere.
Yeah. I was looking at rebounds.
Okay.
Yeah, I was looking at rebounds, and I was actually looking at rebounds as a preferable bet in this one. But he seems like some he has some problems, I would say. He's averaging less, he's covering less than 50% rebounding chances, which is unheard of for a big. I don't think there is any big in the league that average less than 50% on rebounding chances. So I mean he's absolutely god awful for a rebounder. Uh, so against the Jazz, he had 7 rebounds on 21 rebounding chances. That's unheard of for a big.
Dude,
Against
Kessler
Orlando,
just got every rebound in that game.
yeah, that's embarrassing. Then against the Orlando, he had 5 on 13. So that's combining for 10 rebounds on 34 rebounding chances. I never heard anything like that. Yeah, he is 2 on 9, 7 on 17, 5 on 15. This guy absolutely stinks, and it's such a shame that you guys are giving minutes to him and not some young guy. That makes sense. This is one of the things I hate the most about the NBA. Like you are tanking, okay, and you don't even have young players to develop. Like you are playing Orlando Robinson. Like this guy is not shouldn't
Well,
be in
if
the NBA.
Mobo's healthy, Mobo's probably playing here. But
Yeah, I know, but
you're
still,
not
like
wrong.
this is incredible. Terrible stuff. I won't comment. You can bet on double if you think he'll get 30 rebounding chances. So yeah, maybe then he covers.
Maybe don't bet Orlando Robinson.
Yeah,
I didn't think he was a good rebounder. I was not aware it was that bad from the eye test.
Honestly,
wow.
I never seen these stats for a big. Never in my.
He's
I
also I don't know exactly how tall he is. I'm gonna check. I'm pretty sure he looks 6'10". I don't think he's quite. Yeah, he's 6'10". Man, what does he even do? Gotta do something.
The basketball reference have him at 7 foot.
Oh, I just googled. He's 6. Okay, I don't think he's fair enough. I don't think he's 7 feet, but he's tall enough to get some of these freaking rebounds.
Yeah, I would say like
okay.
I was watching this, checking this stuff for like 6-7 years now, and I never seen anything this bad.
Yikes. Well, we did still have 4 picks in the show today. Long show here. Thank you guys for tuning in. Very much appreciated. Hopefully we get started off on the right foot today. Make sure you do hit the like button if you enjoyed the show. You're tailing the picks. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Keep up to date. We are profitable on the season and looking to finish that way as well. We should be up around 9-10 units on the year. You can go to our BetStamp page for show tracking. All the picks are tracked over there, so you can see after the fact how the picks are doing, and we recap them on every show, but we're transparent about everything. So let's hopefully get a good day here. We've got Luka Doncic over 8.5 assists at -120. Trae Young over 11.5 assists at -115. Alperen Şengün over 20.5 points at -105, and an SGP to finish it off. Klay Thompson, 15+ points. Max Christie, 10+ points for -119. And our presenting sponsor, the FanDuel Sportsbook. Thank you to our sponsor for making the show possible this season. We'll see you tomorrow for more from Pick and Roll. Like before you go and make sure you're subscribed.